Hey everybody, this is Chapter 5, Section 5. Title is Standard Form, starts on page 320. This is the last form of an equation we're going to do in this chapter. It's our third one. Let's review a little bit. Slope-intercept form, that's y equals mx plus b. Just like the name says, with slope-intercept form you can find the slope and you can find the y-intercept in order to graph it. The second one was point-slope form. Y minus y1 equals m parentheses x minus x1. It's the only one where y isn't by itself. It's the only one that has parentheses. Point slope, just like the name says, helps you find the slope of the graph and a point on that graph. The third one, the one for today, is standard form. The name doesn't help you in this one. Standard form helps you find the x-intercept and the y-intercept of your graph. Standard form doesn't have anything in the name that talks about intercepts, so you just have to remember that one. The x-intercept, we haven't talked about that before. That's the spot where the graph crosses the horizontal x-axis. We have talked about the y-intercept, but just remember the y-intercept is the spot where the graph crosses the vertical y-axis. So we're trying to find two things in standard form, the x-intercept and the y-intercept. Standard form looks like this. ax plus by equals c. X and y are on the same side, that's important. A, B, and C are all numbers. A and B are the numbers that go along with the x and the y. C is a plain number that's off by itself. Again, A, B, and C are integers. They can't be fractions or decimals. We'll talk more about that later. Like we said, the x and the y are on the same side of the equal sign. This is the only form that does that. In order to find an x-intercept, substitute 0 in for y, and then solve the rest of the equation for x. To find the y-intercept, substitute 0 in for x, solve the rest of the equation for y. Here's how that would work. Two examples here for you. Okay, first of all, x-intercept. In order to find the x-intercept, plug 0 in for y. Six times 0 is 0, so that cancels. And we get 5x equals 60. X is being multiplied by 5, so we're going to divide both sides by 5. And we get x equals 12. That's my x-intercept. Now I'm going to find the y-intercept. In order to find the y-intercept, I plug 0 in for x. 5 times 0 is 0, so that cancels. The negative sign stays with the 6. So y is being multiplied by negative 6, so I need to divide by negative 6. Those cancel, and I get y equals negative 10. That would be my y-intercept for this problem. Okay, same thing for example part B. To find the x-intercept, plug in 0 for y. Eight times 0 is 0, so that cancels. And I get 3x equals 12. X is being multiplied by 3, so I need to divide by 3 on both sides. And I get x equals 4. Now I find the y-intercept, plug 0 in for x. Three times 0 is 0, so that cancels. Y is being multiplied by 8, so I divide by 8. And I get y equals 12 over 8, but I can simplify that. I can take a 4 out of both of those. And so I end up with y equals 3/2. I can get a fraction as an answer. I did that example just to show that you can get a fraction for an answer. 2 for you to try. Same types of problems.